South Louisiana Quiz Bowl Online is made possible by the generous support of these sponsors: Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear; Ochsner St. Mary, get the care you need close to home; Homa Paint and Industrial Supply, proud supporter of education in the Bayou region. Hello everyone, welcome to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. We continue our varsity tournament today with an elimination match between Central Lafourche High School and Hanson Memorial School. Good luck to both teams. Let's jump into rapid fire. And in this round, the word air is going to come in with all of your answers. Good luck. The USAF. Nathan.
United States Air Force.
That's correct. In 1918, you could send a letter this way for 24 cents. Luke.
Airmail.
Correct. In a large building, it's the AC system. Nathan.
Air conditioning.
Correct. When things sometimes vanish right before your Luke.
Thin air.
That's correct. The USS Enterprise was the first of these ships to be nuclear. Nathan.
Air carrier.
No, aircraft carrier. In 1948, this relief effort brought supplies past the Soviet blockade. Lawrence.
Sorry.
The Berlin airlift. In the Olympic Games, you can compete using this weapon: an air rifle or an air pistol. The Wright brothers plane in the Luke? We're looking for the Air and Space Museum. You might hear this Bach piece in a concert hall. That was air on a G string. What carbon dioxide was called until late in the 18th century? That was fixed air, and that's the end of the round. All right, let's take a moment and let the players introduce themselves. We'll start with Central Lafourche.
My name's Kara. I'm a senior, and other than Quiz Bowl, I'm in NHS and book club.
My name is Luke Westmoreland. I'm a senior, and other than Quiz Bowl, I do band and NHS.
I am Lawrence Loop. Other than Quiz Bowl, I don't really do much.
My name is Lillian Land. Other than Quiz Bowl, I'm in NHS.
All right, Luke is the team captain. Tell us about Central Lafourche.
Hailing from Raceland, Louisiana, Central Lafourche High School is one of Lafourche Parish's A-ranked schools, which promotes instilling character in their students as their top priority. CLHS instills the spirit of a true Trojan through courage, leadership, honesty, and success. We thank our sponsor, Ms. Caitlin Laperouse, for allowing us to compete today. We wish our opponents luck, and may the best team win.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you to the faculty sponsor, Ms. Caitlin Laperouse. Let's welcome back Central Lafourche High School. All right, here are the players for Hanson.
My name is Sammy Mai. I'm a junior. I like watching indie films, and my favorite sport is ping pong.
My name is Nathan Adams. I'm a senior at Hanson, and my favorite sport is chess boxing.
My name is Amelia Reynolds. I'm a sophomore, and I play softball and volleyball.
My name is Nathan Curry. I'm a sophomore, and I play football and baseball.
All right, Nathan Adams is the team captain. Tell us about Hanson.
Hanson Memorial High School is a Roman Catholic school dedicated to academic excellence and the formation of a Christ-centered individual, equipped to use the gifts of soul, mind, and body, and positive contribution to church, family, and society. We, the Hanson Memorial Quiz Bowl team, would like to thank all the KWBJ staff, as well as Mr. Chris Hunter, for hosting us. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Ms. Sandra Adams, our Dean of Students, Mr. Tommy Shakesnyder, and finally, our principal, Ms. Connie Daigle, for allowing us to be here.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you to the faculty sponsor, Ms. Sandra Adams. Let's welcome back Hanson Memorial School. All right, let's continue on with our toss-up bonus round. Start with a 2-point toss-up. This attorney worked in the State Department under President Franklin Roosevelt and helped to establish the United Nations. In 1948, he was accused of being a Soviet spy, and though never convicted of treason, he was found guilty of perjury. His case helped spark Senator Joe McCarthy's attempts to weed out communism in the 1950s. Name him. Anyone? That was Alger Hiss. 2-point toss-up. This nation is bordered by 9 African nations and the Red Sea, and is split down the middle by the Nile. In area, it's the largest nation in Africa and the 10th largest in the world. Name the
Egypt.
Lawrence.
Egypt.
It's not Egypt. Name this country which contains the Darfur region and has its capital at Khartoum. Nathan.
Sudan.
It is the Sudan. That is right. Bonus goes to Hanson. And in this bonus, we're dealing with death. Reports of whose death on April 21st, 1910 were not exaggerated.
Thomas Shakespeare.
Incorrect.
William.
Central Lafourche.
Defer to Lawrence.
Alfred Nobel.
No, it was Mark Twain. Remember, reports of his death were greatly exaggerated until then. All right, Hanson. 1 million deaths may be a statistic, but whose single death was a tragedy to many Russians on March 5th, 1953?
Joseph Stalin.
Defer to Nathan.
Joseph Stalin.
That's correct. And who passed from being to nothingness on April 15th, 1980 in Paris?
Pass.
Central Lafourche.
Pass.
That was Jean-Paul Sartre. 2 points for Hanson. We'll go to a 2-point toss-up. This term originally referred to a solid metal duplicate of a relief made by molding. Its meaning has evolved to mean something repeated without variation. It now has a negative connotation and refers to the ignoring of individual traits in a group. And the word is Kara.
Stereotyping?
That's the word. Bonus to Central Lafourche. The answer to these Bible questions begin with the letter N. From which river was Moses drawn?
The Nile.
That's right. To which Assyrian capital did Jonah preach repentance?
Nazareth.
Incorrect. Hanson?
Pass.
It was Nineveh. Central Lafourche, likely a Christian convert along with Joseph of Arimathea, which member of the Sanhedrin was told by Jesus that he must be born again?
Noah.
Incorrect. Hanson?
Nero.
No, it was Nicodemus. 2 points for Central Lafourche. Here's a 2-point toss-up. Write down these letters. Y-E-S-A-H. Y-E-S-A-H. Unscramble them to get the last name of our 19th U.S. president. Nathan?
Hayes.
That's correct. Bonus question for Hanson, dealing with astronomy. The sun is mainly composed of what two elements?
Hydrogen and oxygen.
That's incorrect. Central Lafourche?
Nitrogen and helium. Hydrogen and helium.
Hydrogen and helium.
That's correct. Hanson, just by its name, what can you tell about asteroid 336 in relation to asteroid 154?
Its size.
That's incorrect. Central Lafourche?
Its location.
Its location.
No, it was discovered later. And Hanson, because Earth rotates as it orbits, what kind of day, based on the stars, is about 4 minutes shorter than a solar day?
Pass.
Central Lafourche?
A stellar day.
No, it would be a sidereal day. 2 points for Central Lafourche. Let's go to a 2-point toss-up. This organization has been headed by Roscoe Hillenkotter, Allen Dulles, and George H.W. Bush, among others. It replaced the Office of Strategic Services in 1947 and was especially important during the Cold War. Name it.
Department of Homeland Security.
That's incorrect. Hanson? Anyone? It was the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. 2-point toss-up. Like many authors, he is reclusive, which is why when he voiced himself on an episode of The Simpsons, he was depicted wearing a bag over his head. Name this writer who worked as a technical writer for Boeing, giving him access to historical V-2 rocket documents he used to write his 1973 work, Gravity versus Kara.
Thomas Pynchon.
That's correct. Bonus to Central Lafourche. I want you to provide the final word to complete the so-called law. Hungerford's law. Beauty is in the eyes of the...
Beholder.
That's right. Walpole's law. Every man has his...
Day.
Not his day. Hanson?
Battles.
No, has his price. Every man has his price. Central Lafourche. De Maistre's law. Every nation has the government it... What?
Deserves.
That's correct. 4 points for Central Lafourche. Here's a 2-point toss-up. defined as the attraction of an atom for the shared electrons forming a bond between it and another atom. This quantity is higher for nonmetals than metals. Name this quantity, which is highest for fluorine. Lawrence.
Electronegativity.
That's correct. Bonus to Central Lafourche. I want you to name these works by Robert Louis Stevenson. Utterson investigates the dual life of his doctor friend Henry, who also happens to be the evil Edward.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is correct. Jim Hawkins narrates his journey to the title place with the help of a map belonging to Billy Bones in this novel.
Treasure Island.
That's right. This novel features the troubles of David Balfour and his friend and his help from friend Alan Breck Stewart.
Pass.
Hanson.
Pass.
It is kidnapped. 4 points for Central Lafourche, and that's the end of the round. Welcome back to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. New player coming into the game for Central Lafourche.
I'm Jocelyn. I'm a freshman, and other than Quiz Bowl, I'm in student council.
All right, welcome to the game. Central Lafourche leading Hanson. As we continue on, here are a few two-point toss-ups. An asterism is a star pattern within a constellation. A familiar asterism in our sky is formed by Analem, Analtec, and Mintaka. The larger constellation includes Rigel and Betelgeuse and represents a famous hunter. Identify this, Amelia?
Orion.
No, sorry. This asterism named for a piece of the hunter's, Lawrence.
Orion's belt.
Orion's belt. There is a memorial to him in Florida, even though he never went there, and another one in Kentucky where his cousin lived. Why? Because he wrote Swanee River and My Old Kentucky Home. Name this songwriter who also wrote Oh Susanna. Luke.
Bob Dylan.
Incorrect. Hanson? That was Stephen Foster. According to mythology, this was created to lift up the ashes of King Sagar's 60,000 sons. Name this 1,500-mile-long geographical feature holy to Hindus, often the site of cremations or scatterings of ashes. That is the Ganges River. Give both solution to this equation. 10 times x squared equals 1,000. 10 times x squared equals 1,000. Nathan.
X equals 10.
Or?
Negative 10.
That's correct. The best way to achieve this effect is by filtering a hot solution and then allowing it to cool. The result is unstable and will be lost by shocks to the system, especially if any piece of the solute is added to the solution. What term is used when solutions exceed their theoretical level? Kara?
Supersaturated.
That's correct. And that's the end of the round. Central Lafourche still in the lead as we come to our category toss-ups. Hanson, you get first choice. You can have suburbs, horse, vice president, or miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous, all right. We have 60 on the clock. I don't know how to describe it other than it's miscellaneous. Good luck. What is amnesia? Your team.
Defer to Amelia.
It's where you lose memories.
Correct. What natural phenomena kills more people than any other?
Earthquakes.
Incorrect. What is flotsam?
Pass.
Who invented a converter in 1856 that made the production of steel economical?
Henry Ford.
Incorrect. Which Russian-born biochemist is a prolific writer of popular scientific and science fiction books?
Pass.
What was the largest passenger liner ever built?
Pass.
What U.S. president was recognized as a world authority on American game animals?
Defer to Nathan.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Correct. Whose likeness is depicted on the Purple Heart?
Defer to Nathan.
George Washington.
That's right. Who refused to shake Jesse Owens' hand at the 1936 Summer Olympics?
Pass.
The Cardinals You got 3 right for 6 points. Give the others to Central Lafourche. What natural phenomena kills more people than any other?
Hurricane.
No, lightning. What is flotsam?
It's defer to Lawrence.
A state of confusion.
No, goods found floating at sea. Who invented a converter in 1856 that made the production of steel economical?
Vanderbilt.
No, Henry Bessemer. Which Russian-born biochemist is a prolific writer of popular scientific and science fiction books? Answer.
Pass.
Isaac Asimov. What was the largest passenger liner ever built?
Titanic.
No, the Queen Elizabeth. Who refused to shake Jesse Owens' hand at the 1936 Summer Olympics?
Adolf Hitler.
That's correct. You got one right for 2 points. All right, Central Lafourche, your choice now. Suburbs, horse, or vice president? What's it going to be?
Horses.
Horses. Okay. All of the answers contain the word horse. Good luck. This phrase is used to tell someone to curb his impatience.
Hold your horses.
Right. Something that is an entirely different matter is what?
Pass.
Someone who is acting in an arrogant, haughty, or disdainful manner is said to be what?
On a high horse.
Right. This is a large insect that sucks the blood of horses, cattle, and other animals.
Horsefly.
Right. The cavalry brigade forming the household troops of the monarch of England is known as what?
Queen's horse.
No. Rough, boisterous fun is known as what?
Horseplay.
That's right. Fabric woven from the mane or tail of a horse is known as what?
Horse fabric.
No. This is a unit for measuring the output of motors or engines.
Horsepower.
Right. To continue arguing about an issue that is already settled is called what?
Pass.
Information obtained from a definitive or original source is gotten how?
Pass.
Something that is an entirely different matter is... You got 5 right for 10 points. Give the others to Hanson. Something that is an entirely different matter is what?
On the back horse.
No, a horse of a different color. The cavalry brigade forming the household troops of the monarchs of England is known as what?
King's horse.
No, the horse guard. Fabric woven from the mane or tail of a horse is known as what?
Defer to Nathan.
Horseradish?
No, horse hair. To continue arguing about an issue that is already settled is called what?
Being a dead horse.
Yes. Information obtained from a definitive or original source is gotten how?
Pass.
Straight from the horse's mouth. Got 1 right for 2 points. And that's the end of the round, and we'll take a break at this point. Stay with us. South Louisiana Quiz Bowls continues in just a moment. South Louisiana Quiz Bowl Online is made possible by the generous support of these sponsors: Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear; Ochsner St. Mary, get the care you need close to home; Homa Paint and Industrial Supply, proud supporter of education in the Bayou region. Welcome back to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. We have a new player coming into the game.
Hi, I'm Maddie Judice, and my favorite sport is football.
All right, welcome to the game. Central Lafourche leading Hanson. Last round is 2-point toss-ups. Good luck. From 1978 through 1990, she won the championship 9 times. Named this native of Prague, who tennis great Billie Jean King once called the greatest singles, doubles, and mixed doubles player who ever lived. That was Martina Navratilova. This engineer introduced the horsepower as a unit, which is ironic because the unit named after him has in many places replaced the horsepower. The unit named after him equals a kilogram meter squared per second cubed, or a joule per second. Named this engineer who in 1774 teamed up with Matthew Boulton to manufacture steam engines. Lawrence.
What?
That's right. This author's first work of published fiction was a short story collection titled Scenes from Clerical Life. Better known for novels, she created the characters Maggie Tulliver, Felix Holt, Dorothea Brooks, and Adam Beatty. Named this author of Middlemarch. Kara.
Elliot?
That's right. Of this event, Secretary of State Dean Rusk once said, "We went eyeball to eyeball and the other fellow just blinked." In fact, we worked out a secret deal which was fair to both sides, including U.S. removal of major weapons from Turkey and Italy. Named this World Scare, which lasted from October 15th to October... Lawrence.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Correct. In addition to a corner boundary with Zambia, this nation borders Zimbabwe, Namibia, and South Africa. What landlocked country contains Lake Ngami and includes much of the Limpopo River?
Botswana.
That's right. This novel features Tiny Duffy, Sam McMurphy, Judge Irwin, and Jack Burden. Though much of the book is about the political career of Willie Stark, Burden turns out to be the most interesting character. Named this 1946 novel by Robert Penn Warren. It was All the King's Men. This was first used in the 2nd century BC and for over 1,000 years was successfully used for commerce. Silver, gold, amber, ivory, carpets, perfume, and glass often headed east, while porcelain, furs, spices, Nathan.
The Silk Road?
That's right. The answer is a 6-letter slang word. What is defined as a procedure in which all the files on a disk are rewritten so that all parts of each file reside in contiguous clusters. This process is often done to increase speed. Luke.
Burning.
That's incorrect. Hanson. Maddie.
Remix.
No, it's defrag. What single word is used for forms of verbs which describe actions that are completed at the time spoken or at the time spoken of? It's associated with the helping verbs will have, shall have, had, or have, depending on whether the tense is in the future, past, or present. Lawrence.
Perfect tenses?
That's right. Which European city off the North Sea is the busiest port in the world? It's also the 2nd largest city in the Netherlands. Nathan.
Rotterdam.
That's right. Early in his career, he altered pianos for his composition by adding paper clips and rubber bands between the strings, and his later pieces make use of radios, tape players, and tossed coins. Which composer of 4 minutes 33 seconds once said, "I have nothing to say, I am saying it, and that is poetry"? Luke.
Mozart.
That's incorrect. Hanson. That is John Cage. And that is the end of the game. Central Lafourche is our winner, and they advance to the next round of play. We have to say goodbye to Hanson for the season. Team captain Nathan Adams is the only senior up there. Enjoy the rest of your senior year, Nathan. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next time on South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. Good night.